White House submits $1.25 billion emergency request to address coronavirus. The White House has requested $1.25 billion in emergency funding to address coronavirus, as well as the ability to tap an additional $535 million in emergency funds already appropriated. This letter, obtained by CNN, was sent to the Hill just a short time ago. The Trump administration expects to allocate at least $2.5 billion in total resources for the response effort. Much of that would come from shifting already appropriated money from agency accounts. FDA takes steps to ensure medical products and drugs from China are safe from coronavirus. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is currently not able to conduct routine inspections on drugs, medical supplies or household goods from China due to the U.S. State Department's travel advisory for China over the coronavirus outbreak, the agency said in a statement. Inspections are just one tool the FDA uses to make sure products are safe, and the lack of inspections is not hindering our efforts to monitor medical products and food safety, officials said. The agency monitors products through import screening, sampling and import alerts, and it works with U.S. Customs and Border Protection to look for products that violate legal requirements. Some 60% of FDA-regulated products imported from China are medical devices, the agency said, and 20% are housewares, such as food packaging. In response to the outbreak, the FDA said it will also use, where appropriate, the agency's authority to request records from firms in advance or in lieu of drug surveillance inspections in China. Paper records will help prioritize what inspections should happen first during what could become a backlog in on-the-ground inspections, depending on how long the travel restrictions continue, the agency said. The FDA reiterated that there is no evidence that the virus can be transmitted through imported goods, but added that this is a dynamic situation and the agency will continue to assess it and update guidance as needed. The FDA promised it is working around the clock to monitor and mitigate any coronavirus-related issues in a collaborative effort with other agencies. New cases of novel coronavirus reported in Hong Kong and Taiwan. Hong Kong and Taiwan reported new cases of novel coronavirus on Monday. Hong Kong reported 2 new cases of novel coronavirus from the Diamond Princess cruise ship, bringing the total to 81 in the city, the Department of Health said in a statement late Monday. Meanwhile in Taiwan, officials confirmed 2 new cases of the novel coronavirus, bringing the island's total to 30, the Central Epidemic Command Center announced at a news conference Monday. Here's what we know about the cases. Hong Kong. The 2 cases involve a man and a woman, both 57, who recently returned from the Diamond Princess cruise ship. Taiwan. The cases involve a man in his 40s and a woman in her 70s. They are both relatives of patients who contracted the virus. The man in his 40s also had a prior travel history to Guangzhou, China, in late January. San Antonio reports 6 cases of coronavirus. Officials in San Antonio, Texas, are reporting they have 6 patients with confirmed cases of novel coronavirus. One of the patients is from the group of Wuhan evacuees and 5 patients are from the Diamond Princess cruise ship. The patients with the coronavirus are in isolation at the Texas Center for Infectious Disease. The quarantine has been managed with great care by experts of highly trained professionals, said San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg at a news conference Monday. We have had a total of 6 positive cases to date and every precaution has been taken to keep them properly isolated, ensuring that the chances of exposure for others is extremely low. Nirenberg said he was proud that San Antonio stepped up to help the nation during this challenge. LA's be clear, the most dangerous, damaging infectious disease is hysteria, and so what we're trying to do is make sure we have a compassionate human response to a crisis that's happening, the mayor said. Dr. Nancy Knight, director of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's Division of Global Health Protection, said lab results are still pending. Given the high-risk environment that the Diamond Princess cruise ship passengers came from, I would not be surprised if we have additional cases, Knight said. Number of coronavirus cases in Italy increases to 229. There are now 229 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Italy, according to Italy's National Civil Protection Service. Here's the breakdown of where those cases are. 172 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Lombardy. 33 in Veneto. 18 in Emilia-Romagna. 3 in Piedmont. 3 in Lazio. There are 101 hospitalized patients with symptoms and another 27 are in intensive care. At least 94 are in home isolation, officials said in a statement. 7 people have died from coronavirus in Italy,